One of Formula One's most charismatic drivers, he's raced corners side by side with some of the greatest names in history, achieved victories that have become a lifelong memory for fans, and suddenly, everything changes. You leave the grid, swapping the roar of engines for the silence of life off the track, but still carrying within you all the stories, friendships, and rivalries that marked your career. That's exactly what happened to Daniel Ricciardo. Let's understand what he really thinks about the overwhelming dominance of Max Verstappen, his former teammate, and how he views life now that he no longer has to live a life of traveling, racing, and endless training. So stay until the end of the video to understand his story. Like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more Formula One news. That weekend at Marina Bay, what seemed like just another race turned into Ricciardo's unannounced farewell to Formula One. He started 16th, finished 18th, last among those who crossed the checkered flag. As he stepped out of the car, Ricciardo displayed a look of relief and exhaustion. His words conveyed much more than longing. It was a silent goodbye. In a later interview, now off the track, he admitted that he knew this would likely be his last race. "I can be at peace with that," he said, between bursts of suppressed tears and the choked voice of someone who realized he was closing an irreplaceable chapter. Days later, official confirmation of his departure came. Red Bull's sister team, then known as Racing Bulls, formerly AlphaTauri, announced that Liam Lawson would take his place until the end of the season. This decision wasn't just technical. It was a consequence of a contractual clause related to Lawson, who pressured the change, regardless of Ricciardo's attempts to regain his place. With his departure, Daniel left behind a brilliant career: 14 seasons, 257 Grands Prix, 8 wins, 32 podiums, 3 pole positions, and a legacy built on talent and charisma, on and off the track. But while Ricciardo begins his journey in search of a new identity, another figure stands out on the Formula One horizon. Max Verstappen, Ricciardo's former teammate, has risen, and quickly. A 4-time world champion and dominating the track with rare consistency, Verstappen has become the most frequently mentioned name in conversations about stability, performance, and supremacy in the category. Who doesn't remember that fateful day, the accident between Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen at the 2018 Azerbaijan Grand Prix in Baku? In the fast corner, the Dutchman tried a bold maneuver, but ended up touching the rear wheel of Ricciardo's car, causing an accident that took both out of the race. The impact was significant. The cars collided, chunks of carbon flying through the air, and Ricciardo was visibly frustrated, gesturing and showing his irritation as he exited the cockpit. These days, everything is calm, but the Baku 2018 episode has gone down in fans' memories as a classic example of rivalry between teammates. And Ricciardo himself brings us this insight in a rare post-F1 interview during the Ray White Connect conference in Gold Coast, Australia. With warmth and lightheartedness, he said, "Seeing Max become a 4-time champion? I can't count. He's won so much now." A simple comment, but full of respect, and even pride in having been his teammate from 2016 to 2018. "I'm proud. It was cool. I shared a lot of time and track time with this guy." A moment of rare honesty, consistent with his authentic openness. Before I continue, please like and subscribe to the channel so the YouTube algorithm recommends this video. And let's get started. This is the Ricciardo the public loves. The one who, without much pretense, shows that winning isn't just about numbers. It's about connections, shared stories, and respect built through daily interactions in the pits, strategies, training, and races. He doesn't speak as a resentful former competitor. He speaks as a friend, as someone who would be thrilled with the victory of someone who was so close. Now, we'll expand on this perspective, connecting with the rest of what he revealed about this new life away from the track. Ricciardo didn't hold back on the humor, like when he admitted that, "I haven't been shaving. My beard has become my comfort now." A phrase that, even though seemingly trivial, captures your attention and generates immediate empathy. He went even deeper. "This year has been about self-exploration. I've been living this high-speed life for so long, and finally, I've made room for some quiet. And what simple choices?" He shared lightly. "I went hiking. I went to Alaska, and I didn't get eaten by a bear. That was a bonus." This humorous tone balances that earlier emotional moment, giving the viewer a sense of real, sincere connection. as if we were right there listening to it all and laughing along. Soon after, Ricciardo added a powerful reflection about what he learned during this phase. I've come to appreciate the little things, the importance of friendships and family. I've always been driven by ambition, and sometimes that made me a bit selfish. So now I try to be more selfless and listen more. And then comes another moment that ties everything together. The absence of the world title that many imagined, and that didn't happen. But he looks at it with serenity. My dream was to be world champion. There were years when I felt like I would. I came close, and that's okay. He humbly asks, if I were world champion sitting here, would it change how I feel or how I see myself? I don't think so. Maybe my ego would be inflated, and we don't want that. I have no regrets. Currently, Ricciardo is, literally, enjoying life in the slow lane, or as he himself defined it, enjoying life in the slow lane, after leaving Formula One. Without the frenetic pace of half an hour in each session, he celebrates the freedom of living without a tight schedule, something that, according to him, is the best of all now. This transition wasn't easy. On stage at the Ray White Connect conference in Gold Coast, Daniel admitted that the first 6 months after leaving F1 were tough. His beard, a symbol of his internal process, became his comfort zone. I haven't been shaving. My beard is my comfort now. It's been a difficult 6 months. Life slowed down, and he allowed himself to feel and rediscover himself. In one of his most revealing interviews, he admitted to being on a journey off self-exploration, hiking, alone time, even an expedition to Alaska, where he found himself laughing when he said he wasn't eaten by a bear. The bonus of the experience, he said he used this time to discover who he is beyond the helmet, valuing the little things, family, friends, and realizing that, often, his ambition made him selfish, something he wants to change, trying to be more altruistic and a better listener. Despite the silence, his projects spoke loudly. His fashion brand Alighted came to life with pop-ups in cities like Melbourne, Austin, Las Vegas, and New York, all of which were adored by the public. And it didn't stop there. Its line of wines, there are 3 wines, continued to grow, including the launch of a Enchanted Rose, in collaboration with the St. Hugo Winery, with a viral campaign and a shelf renamed Dan Murphy's. This passion for projects brought purpose and fun. In a lighthearted moment, he declared, "It's been nice to take my foot off the gas lately. The future is looking rose, playing with the brand and its new rhythm of life." In addition to this creative and business world, Daniel is also present promoting the foundation of motorsport. He has participated in the Daniel Ricciardo Series, his youth karting competition spread across the UK. He found a connection with his roots there, returning to celebrating the camaraderie and fun of the sport. Now as a mentor and inspirational figure, the personal dimension also emerges. He enjoys simpler moments, like watching Wimbledon in the UK or watch games from Buffalo Bills, his sporting passion in the United States. Ricciardo also admitted to being in search of peace and balance in an interview with Men's Fitness. He revealed that he found serenity in his new routine, meditating, connecting with himself, and being willing to offer more of himself to others. And, as much as the world continues to speculate about a return, with rumors involving the entry of Cadillac not F1 and suggestions from Christian Horner himself, Ricciardo seems to be moving towards the final stretch of the chapter. But tell me, what did you think of this video? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything.